Hello and welcome to Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'm Caitlin Rhiannon. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I'm going to be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get an idea of the energy for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, and how we can best navigate throughout or within those energies. So I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for every sign of the zodiac. The first card will be from the Crow Tarot, and that'll give us an idea of what we're going to be dealing with this week. And the second card will be from the Faeries Oracle, and that will give us some advice on how to navigate throughout the week. So you can follow along with the whole video, or you can totally just skip ahead to the cards that are pulled for your sign. If you do jump ahead, try to make sure you also jump to the very end of the video, because I'll be pulling a universal manifestation card, motivator card, to just give us something to carry throughout the week. So since it is Virgo season, let's go ahead and get started with our lovely Virgos. Virgo, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020 is the 3 of Wands. So this is a good week for your energy levels, Virgo. You're pretty determined. You are getting it done. You are facing the movement. You are seeing the development, and this is allowing you to understand what to do with your own energy. Now that you know where things are going and how they are developing, or the direction that things are starting to take, you're a bit more confident in your own direction, Virgo, and you are more confident in your abilities to navigate throughout all of this energy because you feel connected to your own energy. And there's a sense of comfort in knowing that things are seeing growth, are seeing development, even if you're not actively achieving the rewards quite yet. You're able to see them coming, and that gives a little bit of reassurance that you're moving in the right direction. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Glancener, and he's a bit of a tricky one. He warns you not to get seduced, not to be seduced or distracted from the task at hand. There's probably so much movement as you are progressing forward, taking steps along your path. It could be a little bit tempting to look another direction or to go where everything is working and ignore where it might need a little bit more effort just because, oh, it's so smooth over here. This is going so well. I want to pay attention to that. And that makes a lot of sense. But it is important not to become so enamored with what is working and what is going well for you that you become completely blind to what does still need attention or effort or what you need to continue to work on. Libra, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020 is the 7 of Wands. So this is exciting. It feels like it's like a leap of faith energy. You are jumping forward. You are urging yourself forward. There is no holding you back anymore, Libra. You're diving off the cliff because you know that you're not going to fall. You are going to soar. This is huge for movement and for confidence in your own abilities. You're not afraid to take the leap this week, Libra. You're able to face the challenges and to keep driving yourself forward. There's no obstacles because you're just soaring over them. You know how to navigate. You know how to avoid doing the work that is unnecessary or allowing yourself to get dragged down into topics or situations that don't actually involve you. You may be a little bit more self-focused this week, a little bit more aware of what you need to do for yourself. That's not necessarily a bad thing as long as you're not becoming too selfish. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is honesty. So as you are moving forward, as you are rushing into this exciting motion and productivity and this sense of just being energized and charged up, you're still being advised to be open and to be compassionate with your openness. Honesty isn't a harsh, honest card, especially when it appears upright like this. This is about speaking your truth, but doing so kindly. You don't need to be cruel to get your point across. So do be a little bit mindful of your energy and make sure that you are expressing your needs so that they can continue to be met, and that you are staying connected communicating with the people in your life. Scorpio, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Empress reversed. So this brings a little bit of frustration this week because it feels like all of the growth that you've been working towards, the seeds that you have planted, that you've been tending and trying to see grow, they're just not growing. Things aren't paying off the way that you wanted them to. The rewards are a lot less than you expected or what you had hoped. And your energy levels as a response they're feeling a little exhausted. It's almost this energy of, what's the point? It's not going anywhere anyway, why should I bother? So there's almost a feeling of not quite hopelessness, but a less hopefulness. The really biggest risk with this reversed Empress is letting yourself go cold, Scorpio, and becoming hard to the people in your life. Now, the Oracle card that comes along with this week is Gotcha reversed. And this is a good reversal for you because upright, this is a really tricky card. This is something that it's that root that shows up out of nowhere and trips you when you're walking in the woods. It's somebody sticking their foot out to trip you while you're walking down the aisle. This gotcha energy is something that throws you off. And when it reverses like this, it gives you a bit of a chance to see it before it does trip you up. So you're being advised to look around you, look at what isn't working, and look at what might be causing this. Not just focus on the fact that things aren't working, which is the risk with this reversed Empress, but use this reversed gotcha energy to turn around and see what is causing the tripping. Sagittarius, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Two of Wands. So energetically, because wands are primarily related to your own energy, your passion, your sense of being charged, this is a good week. It feels stable. It isn't like a lot of pushed, rushed, forced movement, but it also isn't stagnation. There is stable, steady, consistent motion forward. And overall, your energy is supported this week, Sagittarius. You're reminded that you're not alone. You don't have to do it alone if you can't do it alone. What you can do on your own, you are supported in doing. You have people at your back, universe has your back, or someone is supporting you. The situation is encouraging you to just keep moving forward. You don't have to rush. You don't have to run. You can take one step at a time, just building on what you've already started to build. Now, the Oracle card that comes along is Spirit Dancer. And this encourages you to do the work that needs to get done. That is the primary message, is that there is work that needs to get done, but enjoy it. Make sure that you are having fun with it, that you're not just doing the work for the sake of the work, just to get the reward. There is reward in doing the work itself. If you are able to do it in a way that is fulfilling for you. So not just going through the motions or doing something that makes you feel miserable in the meantime so that you can be happy later on. You're being advised to make sure that what you are doing is making you happy now at the same time, because that will help to keep your energy levels up to continuously move forward. Capricorn, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Now, this is a frustrating reversal. It adds a lot of feelings of disconnect, being disconnected from the world, just life being a little bit disjointed, not feeling like you are actually existing in the real world, almost just like you're drifting through it, going through the motions, not fully present, not fully connected with the people in your life, with the work that you're doing, with your own environment. It feels like your environment, the energy around you, is not totally conducive to your growth or your ultimate well-being, and you're sort of just drifting through it. There's a feeling of existing rather than fully living your life this week. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Fawn, and the Fawn is also reversed. And this is upright. This would just be asking you to trust. But when it's reversed like this, there's a lot of feelings of nervousness and uncertainty. So there's something that may be causing, like actually in your life right now, causing you anxiety or making you doubt yourself. So you're being called to pay attention to what it is that is bringing yourself down. Are you making yourself doubt yourself? Are you saying, I can't do this over and over again? Or is there somebody else or something in your life that you're looking at every day that says, you can't do it, or this is wrong? Because whatever that is, it's making you believe it. And it's probably not all that true. So this reversed Fawn shows a lot of doubt and a lack of being able to trust yourself. So you're being asked to work back towards that, to be able to trust yourself and follow your own steps. Aquarius, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Four of Wands. And this is excellent. Your energy is stabilizing, but more than that, it feels like you have people in your life who are actively contributing to your well-being right now. This is a feeling of family, whether that is blood or not is irrelevant. You are connected, you are supported, you are surrounded by love, and your life is building in the direction that you want. You may not actively have everything, but you're starting to collect those rewards, and you're feeling a lot more secure in the development that all of this is taking. This is a good week to feel reassured that you're on the right path, because there are a lot of active manifestations coming to fruition over this next week, Aquarius. So there's a sense of confidence and of excitement as you are starting to collect and appreciate the rewards that are coming into your life. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Bodacious Bodak. And this is a fun one because you're encouraged to continue to have fun. Enjoy the pleasures that life is giving you right now. The Bodacious Bodak there's a little bit of passion that comes along with this. So you're being encouraged, advised even, to reach out for those things that are sparking those passions and let them turn into a full flame, not a destructive flame, but something that ignites you and excites you and can continue to inspire you to move forward to get what you want. Pisces, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Page of Wands reversed. So this week brings some confusion for you, not really knowing what to do with yourself. You have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of feelings, you have a lot of thoughts and drive, and it's not taking you in any solid direction right now. There is really the issue is you have so much and you don't know what to do with it. You have these ideas, but you don't know how to execute them. You have this energy and it's making you a little bit spinny this week. You're running in circles, most likely, moving for movement's sake, not knowing what steps to take. And when you're staying still, it all comes up into your head, and that creates a lot of confusion. And when you are moving, the movement itself is erratic, which probably also adds to the confusion. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week to try and sort of give an idea of where you can be focusing, how you can focus your energy, is the Feline. The Feline, as in fees to be paid. So the Feline means that there's debts to be paid, there's work that needs to get done, and you need to do it. This reversed Page of Wands might be a bit of a distraction, pulling you away from it, making you do everything but what needs to get done. But the Feline comes in to pull you back and say, hey, pay attention over here. You know what you need to do, Pisces, so just do it. Once you get those tasks done that you probably really don't want to do, once those debts are repaid and you do the work that you need to get done, that you've been putting off and probably putting off and probably putting off, you're able to channel your energy again and start moving in a productive direction. You just have to get it done first. Aries, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Seven of Pentacles. So there's a lot of growth over this next week, especially materially, financially, where your work or your school is concerned. You're a lot more confident at the way that things are going there. There is development, growth. You're not necessarily able to collect it, reach out and take it and use it yet, but you're able to see things moving, see them developing, and there's a feeling of appreciation and probably a pretty heavy sense of relief, Aries, because it's like the work that you're doing is paying off and you're reassured of this. You're seeing the growth, you're seeing the manifestation. It's not fully like within your reach or usable. It's not ripe yet, but it's getting there, and there is a lot of renewed confidence in your abilities because you're able to see what you can get because of what you can do. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is Luathus the Wild. And he's a fun one because he comes in when you need to just say whatever. I'm doing this for me. I'm being myself. Be yourself, Aries. You deserve it. You are getting what you need. You are getting what you have worked for. You might not be able to use it right away or able to collect all of it into your life right now, but still enjoy what you've done. Be proud of yourself. Be a little bit wild. Luathus the Wild wants to share his wildness with you. So take some of that. Just go a little bit free. Go free. Allow yourself to be free. Take the chains off or the cage. Be a little bit less limited in what you believe that you can do. You can see that you can do it now. So believe in yourself and just do it. Taurus, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Six of Wands. And this is an excellent card for movement this week. There's Taurus, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Six of Wands. And this is an excellent card for movement this week. Your energy is full, you are moving forward, and a big thing about this is other people are noticing. Other people are giving you credit, validation, attention. They're seeing all of the developments and growth that you have made, and they're talking about it. There's some bragging, and it's not necessarily coming from you. And Taurus, you might not always need or even want this sense of external validation, but sometimes it can be really nice. And it looks like there's a pretty good chance of this week, and it feels nice. It feels reassuring, and like there's just this extra boost of confidence because it reminds you that your accomplishments, that your achievements are real, that you are making it, that you can do it because other people notice it too. And it's almost like a confirmation that it's not just in your head. It's not just something that's just about you. Other people see this. Other people are maybe even being benefited by this. So there's an extra sense of appreciation. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is Taum the Poet, reversed. And the reversal of Taum the Poet, it asks you to not be super closed off emotionally, but also don't dwell on what's not working. Taum is a very emotional card, emotional fairy, and he can sometimes be a little bit ruled by his feelings. Upright, this card is a lot about expressing your needs and expressing your feelings when things aren't going the way that you necessarily want them to. When it's reversed, you're being asked to talk about what is working and pay attention to what's working, because when you dwell on what's not, that pulls away from your success. That makes people go, oh, well, maybe you're not as accomplished as I think that you are. And it makes them almost like they're reaffirming your doubts. So try not to bring them up. Don't focus on what's not working right now. Don't dwell on the things that happened in the past that are no longer relevant. This isn't about, I'm not having emotional needs met and I need to talk about that. This is about, you didn't meet my needs way back when, and now that I have it, I want to bring it up. You don't need to rehash old conversations. Gemini, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Four of Swords. So there is some stabilizing of your mental energies, especially over this week. You're given a chance to rest, Gemini, to stop worrying, or to allow yourself to heal in a way that pulls you away from worry or away from dread and from stress. You're able to get away from the situations that are draining your energy, that are harming you potentially, the places that are just not good for you. You're given a little bit of a reprieve or a break or respite, a chance to get away, a chance to recuperate and recharge your own energy and rest and heal, recover a little bit. This can be a little bit isolating. It can pull you away from people for good or for bad. Make sure that if the people in your life are helpful, you're not shutting them out. If you do need to get away for your own sake, that's okay. It might not be able to be permanent. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is Gotcha reversed. And Gotcha's a tricky one because this is what trips you when you aren't looking. This is what happens when you aren't looking both ways across the street. Sometimes you have to look 3 times each way across the street just to make sure that you're safe. But the reversal of this is actually positive. As an advice card, you're being asked to pay attention because you can use this week to slow down, to identify what it is that is harming your energy, where someone is pulling that plug, that bathtub plug that just drains you. You can kind of close that off. You're being given an opportunity to look around you and see where things have been sneaking up on you, where things have been more harm than good. Now, this in combination with the Four of Swords can be really healing, but it can also be a little bit difficult to actually execute. If you're in a situation where you need to start removing people from your life, this is a good time to start, but allow yourself to go slow and do it at the pace that you can do it. Cancer, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020, is the Hierophant. So this is a week of structure, of rules, of doing what is right, of doing what you are told. You are probably going to be, this is a good week to obey directions to the letter. The Hierophant is about tradition, doing what has been done because it's what works. So over this next week, that might be the focus, is just going through the motions, doing what works. But it could also be specifically following orders. And if that is the case, you're probably wanting to make sure that you are following those orders pretty strictly, pretty carefully, so that you're getting it all done the way that the higher-ups want to see. Because if you're doing it your own way, you're not doing it the way that they want. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Soul Shrinker reversed. And this is a good reversal because upright, this card is, it's the Soul Shrinker. It's draining right in the name. But when it reverses, you're being given an opportunity to look at what is draining you. So Cancer, if there is someone or something or a situation in your life that is just, it's a vacuum, it's taking and taking and taking, giving you nothing back. If you are finding that your soul is shrinking, this is a good week to pull back and look around, and maybe time to not start cutting things out, but figuring out what needs to be isolated or removed from your life for the time being. Leo, your tarot card for the week of September 13th to 19th, 2020 is the Emperor. So you are controlling your life. You are making the rules. You are not letting anybody tell you who you are or what to do with yourself or your life. You are deciding everything. The Emperor is in full control of his realm, and now you are taking on this Emperor energy and saying, no, you don't make the rules, I make the rules. So there's some firm boundaries. You might be putting people in their place a little bit this week. Be mindful with how you do so. Try to be kind or compassionate if you can, if it's appropriate. And the risk with the Emperor is that you're a lot more logical, which is a good thing, but that can pull you out of your emotional self. So make sure that you are actively practicing compassion, because it might not just happen on its own. The oracle card that comes along with this is Sylvanus, which is very similar in energy to the Emperor card as well. Sylvanus is, it's a message of responsibility. You're in charge. You are the Emperor. You are in charge. You make the rules. You're the boss. But that means that you are responsible for the other people who are in your realm. So if you're the ruler of this land, that's all well and good. But it's up to you to make sure that you're taking care of the other people who live on that land and are part of that realm, part of your kingdom, part of your empire. You may have responsibilities to other people over this week, as well as to yourself. So you're being reminded to, be a just and noble ruler and take care of what needs to be taken care of. At the end of my readings, I like to pull a card from my favorite manifestation deck, the Super Attractor deck. So I've just pulled one for everyone who tunes into this video to give us an idea of what we can carry in ourselves, in our souls, to help move us towards our own greatest good. So the card that I've got says, when I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. When I'm patient, I let the universe do for me what I cannot do for myself. Now let me know in the comments what that means to you, because affirmations can be a little bit personal. To me, this is about I let the universe do. I remove control. I let it go. If I can be patient, if I can just let universe do it, I don't have to worry. And this is about what I can't do. I can't do it anyway. So it's almost like I have to just be patient, let universe take care of it, and it's gonna be okay. So it's a nice reminder this week that things are going to go as they need to, but sometimes we need a little extra help. But let me know in the comments down below what this one says to you. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I hope that the readings in this video have been resonant and that they can provide a helpful, relevant compass to just give a little bit of insight and guidance throughout the coming week. Please like the video if it helped you, if it resonated with you, and leave me a comment down below letting me know what you thought of the cards that were pulled for your sign or of the Super Attractor card this week, and let me know what else you'd like to see in the future. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I pull weekly and monthly cards to give advice or insight on here's what's coming and how to navigate throughout it. And you can also follow me on Facebook at Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'll leave a link in the description down below. That's the best way to connect with me if you ever want to book a reading of your own. And I also post a daily card just to get an idea of what's best for us every day. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful week, and blessed be.